Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. If you are new, if you're not new, welcome back to my channel. My name is Marina and today I am doing another one of my show breakdowns. But this is a little different because usually I do all of my show breakdown reviews in like real time after a show has finished and all the seasons are out and blah blah blah. This is like a continuation of a video I did previously when I did a video for that show season 1 a few months prior to this. This video is going to be me talking about season 2 of High School Musical, the musical of the series. And yeah, it's just going to be a great fun little time. The season just ended on Friday, so I have a lot to work with here. There's a lot to talk about. So if you don't know what my show breakdowns are, I basically break down the characters, my thoughts of them and what they did throughout the show, and then I also talk about stuff I liked and disliked. And then to keep it going with this kind of thing specifically, I'm gonna rank the original songs off of the soundtrack, because I did that with the last video when I reviewed season 2, and I just thought, why not just do that again? So that's what today is gonna be. First character I'm going to be talking about is Jamie. Jamie is the guy that we saw in I think the second to last episode, Gina's brother, played by Jordan Fisher. Yeah, Jamie. So we don't know much about him other than he's Gina's older brother and he's a music producer, and he kind of almost fucked up EJ and Gina's relationship by saying what he did to EJ. But other than that, seems like a pretty good guy. Literally nothing else to say but that. We're gonna definitely see him in season 3 because he has like a big role to play for Nene. So can't wait for that. I love Jordan Fisher. So as soon as I saw that he was playing the role of Gina's brother, I was sold. Next we have Jack, another one of Gina's companions. This is the boy that she met in the airport, played by a pretty known actor. I don't remember his name though. I remember he was in Shazam. He might have been in another Disney show, I don't know, but that's what I know him from. So when he was in this, I was like, oh my god, I loved him in Shazam. But Jack, he was pretty cute, pretty good for Gina, if I'm being honest. I would have rather preferred her get with Jack than EJ. Ooh. I know they only had one episode together, but that episode, so much more chemistry was being made. I could feel it, like it was there. Whereas with her and EJ, I'm kind of like, but I'll get to that when I get to her and EJ more later on. But yeah, Jack, very cute. I hope we see him again, but then they're like, no, we're not going to see each other again because for some reason they didn't think to get each other's numbers, maybe social medias. You know, there's a way to keep in contact. This is the 21st century. Technology can help with that, but apparently no, they just wanted to be a one episode thing. I personally want Jack to come back. I thought the way that he treated Gina and her feelings and her emotions and actually listened to her when she talked, because that's what everyone did not do throughout this season, and he was only here for one episode. Yeah, I need him to come back. I need him to come back, please. I doubt it's gonna happen, but I want it to. It's what I deserve and what Gina deserves, but what I deserve as well. Okay. Next we have Lily. Oh, okay. Lily, she was basically the mean girl of the season, played Belle from the other high school, and like kind of sparked this whole competition in the first place between two of the schools. Yeah, her. I didn't like her because she was fake from the start. Throughout the whole entire show, I found it really funny how she was bagging on the East High crew for doing a musical and like being so accepting of others and not being like a real talented musical theater group. But if you thought so low of them, then why did you go there in the first place? In the first episode, she was auditioning to be in their musical, but as soon as they don't cast you as the main, you run off to the rich school. I'm guessing the rich school, is that what it? I don't remember the actual name of the school. But yeah, I just found that really odd. So yeah, I found her really fake from the start, because and the way that she was laughing at Big Red during his audition, I was like, yeah, I don't really like you. I don't like her at all. I still don't like her. Even after like, I think it was 12 episodes, yeah, she didn't grow at all. So I'm guessing that's what next season is for, but I don't need to see that. I don't need to see that. Very obsessed with the East High group. She followed Nene at the pizza place for some reason, even though Nene, at that point, she was just starting back up at that school after leaving her previous one. She literally has nothing to do with this whatever beef, one-sided beef you got going on with the East High crew. So I don't know why she followed Nene. She tried to get with Ricky, is still trying to get with Ricky actually. I'm gonna leave that for Ricky in a second, but yeah, weird, very weird. She stole Ricky's harness that helped him with his beast transformation. She was trying to sabotage their show. She just has this beef, this one-sided beef, this hatred that I don't like. She needs to get a life. I'm not even saying that to be mean. I'm genuinely concerned because I don't understand why she's putting all of her time, efforts, feelings into hating this group of kids that really want nothing to do with you. You created the beef, the drama between East High. East High really does not give a single flying fuck about you and your group of kids at your other school, and they proved that in the last episode when they dropped out of the competition. I also don't like when it comes to Ricky and whatever's going on with those two. I don't like how she's manipulating him into giving her a second chance, because knowing Ricky, he's gonna give her a second chance, and it's gonna bother me throughout season 3. I really don't need her back. If she is coming back, she could just consistently play the mean girl, because we don't need redemption arcs. I find her very annoying. Oh, we don't need redemption arcs. Yeah, that's Lily, a nuisance. I didn't even find her mean girl act really like all that like mean. She's just very annoying, like tremendously annoying. She gave me a headache every episode. It was ridiculous. Next we have Zach. This is Miss Jen's old fling, the other school's theater teacher person. He dated Miss Jen back in high school, and because of that, he was able to basically manipulate her throughout at least half of the show. It was ridiculous. I was like, Miss Jen, you gotta get it together, because he's not even that cute. And yeah, he stole East High's beast mask. So yeah, I understand where Lily gets her this side of her from, because learn takes one to know one, I guess. I don't know. Nothing much to say about him. He was okay. I mean, he was only really there for Miss Jen's character. Other than that, he really had no other reason of being in the show. Didn't really add anything. We never really saw him with his group of kids. Zach added nothing to the show for me, so there's nothing to say. Next we have Benjamin. Now, if you guys remember Benjamin, I had a lot to say about him for season 1 because he was really, really annoying. This season, I appreciated his character. He was everyone's therapist when they did not deserve him as a therapist. He gave it to everyone straight, gave his full opinions on their character and lack of character development. And I was just like, wow. It was like he was reading my thoughts. Every time he read a person, every time he read each of the characters, I was like, oh, this is nice. He has a crush on Miss Jen. That I called back in season 1 because duh. When he finally somewhat confessed, I was like, okay, great, because I really do not care about the teacher relationships. If you want to do it, then go do it. You guys are adults. Go handle that somewhere else, you know? Plus, I prefer her and Benjamin to her and Ricky's dad, personally. He read Ricky to filth, I think. It was either the second episode, the third episode, calling him unreliable. Literally said, you don't show up for class. You were barely in the play last semester because you wanted to quit. You don't do anything. You don't want to audition for this play because your girlfriend's not in it. What do you want to do? And I was like, oh no. Ooh, but someone had to say it. So I'm glad Benjamin did, because everyone kind of coddles Ricky like all the time when it comes to his problems. I was like, someone needs to give it to him straight, because his parents definitely are. I'm gonna get to his parents soon, but I'm glad someone told Ricky, and I'm glad it was Benjamin. And then he also helped out EJ with his problems regarding his like academics and future and all that stuff. I appreciated that, because a sad EJ throughout the show just makes this show in itself very sad. Like, he has those eyes that make you feel really bad. So like puppy dog eyes, that's what they're called. And then yeah, he got a job to work at some college but dropped it for Miss Jen. I don't know how I feel about that choice. College pay versus high school pay for Miss Jen. Okay, your choice, not mine. And I tolerate him more this season. Hope he stays pretty tolerable next season. I don't know where I was going with that. Next, Miss Jen. I had mixed feelings on Miss Jen last season, and now they're kind of almost somewhat worse this season. I wanted to say this last season, but then I wanted to wait for the second season to come out so I can really like see a full-fledged version of Miss Jen, and not this like kind of two-dimensional character we saw in this first season. Miss Jen loves to live vicariously through her students, and that's very dangerous. I noticed it in season 1, and I noticed it's more prominent and apparent in season 2. That's very dangerous. Throughout the whole entire season, she was kind of like going insane. episode by episode to try to win this competition that the students were in because she wanted them to be in. When she told Ricky to just jump off of something high in order to do his wolf transformation, because at that point Lily stole the harness, so they're like, how are we gonna pull off this in the show? And she was like, just find something high to jump off of. I was like, oh no. Like, her stress was stressing me out, because literally the kids weren't even half as stressed as she was. And I understand it's kind of her production, her show, she's in charge of it all, but the way that she talks to the kids, the way that she handles these situations, and it's very dangerous. Her constant need to outdo herself, dangerous. Like, she's a perfectionist, so I saw a little bit of that in her because I'm also a perfectionist. So I noticed how, like, every time she brought up doing High School Musical last semester, she was getting like FOMO. Like, she really wanted to outdo herself with this, and plus, since she signed the class up for a competition that they didn't really want to be in, she felt the pressure of doing that for the kids, but also trying to outdo herself as well and prove that she can do this or whatever. It was very the intentions are good, but the way that she went about it, no, I wasn't that big of a fan of Miss Jen. This, I don't know if anything I'm saying is making sense, because I can't think of like any specific moments, but if you look throughout the show, she was just doing a lot as the show went on, and as like the competition was getting near, she was getting more and more unhinged, and I was getting worried. Oh, and her going on a date with Ricky's dad without considering Ricky and how he feels. She's his teacher, and technically it's not her job because she's not the parent. Ricky's dad should have informed him of that, but again, I'm gonna get to his parents in a second. But yeah, as the teacher that Ricky sees, it looks like most often, because literally they're in no other classes in the show. It seems like he sees her the most out of all his teachers. He likes her the most out of all his teachers. I feel like she should have like talked to him about it, made sure that like it wouldn't affect the teacher-student dynamic, because in like if they were to go any further with that relationship, it definitely would. I feel like it would have been smart to like say something, but she didn't. But now she has a love triangle thing with the dad and Benjamin, because Ricky gave his blessing to let her date him or whatever. It's a whole thing. I don't care about the adult relationships. I hope the best for whoever gets her, whoever she chooses, because Miss Jen is a little crazy. Next, Seb. I love Seb, but there's really nothing much to say other than that he's dating Carlos and that he's a farm boy. And I respect that, because farms aren't easy to manage, you know? You gotta do a lot for the animals, like, and he talks about it throughout the show. That's great, that's cute. Yeah, nothing else to say other than he's dating Carlos. Like, we literally know nothing about him other than that he has a farm and he's with Carlos. That's literally it. He didn't do anything throughout the show. There were moments where like he felt insecure about his relationship with Carlos, and he like got consoled by the girls and yada yada yada, but other than that, nothing else to his character. I thought it was cute, the quinceañero he threw for Carlos though in his little barn with their friends. I thought that was really cute, really well done. He's a great boyfriend. I just have nothing else to say but that. Let's try to do more for his character next season, guys. Yeah. Next, EJ. Okay, last season I was like, it's gonna take a lot of character development, a lot of redemption to get me on this man's side for season 2. And I don't know if it's redemption, I just think he was a little less annoying. I mean, after he apologized to Nene last season and let her go, yeah, he was kind of better this season. He was just worried about school and college, because EJ's a senior, so this is like his last production or whatever at the high school, so it was a big deal for him throughout the season. He was like, oh my god, college, I don't know if I got in, I don't know what I want to do with my future, like blah blah blah. That's kind of his role this season, and I was like, damn, I felt that. I've been there. Oh, it's terrible. So I was like kind of sad for him throughout the show, because he didn't get into Duke, and his dad, mom, grandparents, they all went to Duke, so he felt like a failure throughout the whole entire show, which, terrible. I felt bad. But his dad got him a spot because, you know, white privilege, alumni, that's kind of how it goes. Other than that, there's nothing much to say about EJ. He liked Gina, so most of his plot was trying to get with Gina, or trying to understand his feelings for Gina and then getting with her, trying to at least. Like I said, I don't really feel much when it comes to EJ and Gina. at all. Like, if they're gonna be happy together, that's fine. As long as Gina's happy, I really do not care. But I don't feel that chemistry at all. He canceled the date with her at the end of season 2 just because of what her brother said. I was like, huh, okay, so instead of like actually trying it out, trying for a date, you're gonna cancel it, making her cry. Not that he knew that he made her cry, but she did end up crying in the dressing room. You canceled the date just because of what her brother said. She was like, are you ready? I'm so excited. Like, when are we leaving? Can we reschedule since you don't want to do it? Like, she was pretty prepared, yet you canceled just because her brother said that you, like, she only thought of you as a brother. That's kind of messed up. I don't like these boys playing with Gina's feelings, and they did it all throughout the season. Like, I'm tired. I'm so exhausted. EJ, please. Please. I tolerate you this season. You're kind of okay-ish, but if he hurts Gina, I'm going to lose my shit. She's been through too much this season. Too much for her to get a terrible person. And after season 1, I am hoping that you do not fuck with her heart. I am begging, please. I think they're confirmed in a relationship now. Like, the feelings are mutual. They've cleared the air, I think. Please, EJ, I'm begging. No more canceling dates. Let's thrive. Okay? Okay. Next, Big Red. Yeah, Big Red. So we only really saw Big Red when he was like working at his family's restaurant or when he was with Ashlynn. I loved seeing him and Ashlynn thrive in their relationship. They're so cute. They're so cute when like Ashlynn isn't doing something annoying, but I'll get to her soon. Yeah, he was threatened by the French guy that flirted with Ashlynn at the other school. But I was like, Big Red, no. Like, let's not make problems where problems are not occurring. Let's not do that because Ashlynn, she wasn't even looking. Let's calm down. I appreciate how he put up with Ashlynn's crap because she did a lot of stuff this season that kind of pissed me off. The way that she was talking about Big Red and not thinking he was enough, because he auditioned for the play to impress her. He literally had no interest in theater. He had no interest in doing that, but he did it because Ashlynn wanted him to. So of course he went up and did it. And then she started planning out dreams for him instead of listening to him when he said, I don't really want to go to France. I don't want to act. I want to just work at my parents' pizza place, hopefully own it one day. And she kept on putting those dreams down. I was like, girl, if you don't stop. Like, I was getting so irritated. I was like, what's... He's telling you his dreams. At least he has dreams. At least he knows what he wants to do with his life. I was like, why isn't that good enough for you? I was very confused as to why she was doing that to him. It was making me irritated because Big Red being Big Red, he's a sweetheart and has so much patience that he wasn't going to call her out for it, not in the way that she deserves. And then Big Red calmly explained to her that this isn't it. I'm glad that they didn't break up, but yeah, it was getting weird, Ashlynn. It was getting weird. He's just a really great boyfriend. That's all I have to say. He's just really great. And I hope they continue to thrive. He's just great. I love him. Funny, hilarious, cute, adorable. I love Big Red. You guys know this already. Next, we have Ashlynn. So she got the part of Belle. Good for her. I was happy for her when she got the part of Belle. She deserved it. But I hate it, and I felt so bad for her when like she started feeling insecure about it because she had to go against Lily for the competition. She felt really insecure looks wise, I think, and it made me feel bad because she's so pretty, and I was like, let's not do this, please. She kept trying to get in Gina's business though, which I didn't appreciate. I know that they have like this new like sisterhood thing going on, like their bond is stronger in season 2 because they were living together at that time. But if Gina's business is her business, then you gotta respect that. Like, I don't understand her need to like know everything, because she kind of did this with almost every character. She tried to play Benjamin's role of being the therapist. Everyone's kind of good, everyone's decent, especially Gina. She really did not want to talk about her shit because it all had to do with guys, and the guys were embarrassing. So just like let people get through their shit on their own, and when they want to talk, they will come to you. Because then when Gina didn't want to talk or anything, Ashlynn got a whole attitude with her, and that's when I was like, hold up, we're not getting an attitude with Gina. That's my girl. So like anyone who goes against her, on my hit list. When she got that attitude, I was like, absolutely not. We're not doing this. We're not doing this. Not everyone is going to tell you how they're feeling, and that's okay, Ashlynn. You do not need to help everyone. I know that you want to. I know that you want to give advice, be in everyone's business, but you just can't do that, okay? And of course, I already said how she wanted Big Red to be something that he's not. I don't really know what got into her. I don't know where that thought process came from. For her character especially, it felt really out of left field. I didn't understand it at all, but I'm glad that they got that figured out. Good for them. Next, Carlos. So Carlos, I couldn't tell if he annoyed me, if I liked him. I'm not really sure when it comes to Carlos. Let me explain. He invited Gina to be co-choreographer for this musical, right? Like he said, yeah, we can be a partnership, whatever. He literally asked her to do it. But then when she actually stepped up to the plate, he was like, no, I don't want you to actually choreograph. I want you to be like my co-pilot. Like how there's a pilot and then there's a co-pilot. I want you to be that for me. I was like, everyone is kind of disrespecting Gina this season, and it really pissed me off, especially Carlos, because the way that he was talking to her, yelling at her constantly throughout that episode, giving her attitude. I was like, what's your issue? You asked her to be your co-choreographer, meaning that you both are co-choreographers. Both of you guys need to come up with something to choreograph. You wanting to choreograph and then her just do what? Help out every now and then? No, that's not how this works. That's not how it goes. And Carlos giving her attitude for actually wanting to play the part of co-choreographer and actually do some choreography made me really upset in this season. And the way that he was talking to Gina really made me upset. Other than that, he was okay throughout the rest of the season, because then they got it handled. He apologized, blah blah blah. He posted that video of Nene singing on the internet. I was really upset that he did that, because I wanted to hear the song in the actual musical, but since they played it mid-season, I assumed that we weren't going to hear it in the actual musical at the end of the season. Still, it would have been nice, because that's a really good song. Having his relationship problems with Seb, I didn't really know all of this is going on because they seemed chill throughout the season, but apparently they're kind of a mess. They're not anymore, I think, hopefully, but him and Seb, they need to make sure that they talk out their feelings every now and then, because there was a lot of pent up stuff going on all season, and then it just like kind of blew over with them ignoring each other. I was very sad about that because I liked them as a couple, but for some reason, no communication, none. Was hanging out with other guys over vacation instead of like calling Seb. I think that's what Seb was mad about. What's up with that, Carlos? You gotta do better. You gotta do better, friend. Next, we have the one and only Courtney. Yep, this is my girl. Y'all already know this is my girl. She got a little bit of plot this season, which is nice. She's not putting up with any of these guys' shit, so I appreciate her for that, because you know she gets a new pizza guy and she's like, I'm not dealing with boy drama, so if like you're here to stay, that's great. If you're not, we can just move on, because I'm not here for it. I don't do this. I don't do mess. And she was like that throughout the whole entire season. She did not let this boy change her way of thinking or anything like that. I didn't understand when she felt betrayed that he went to the rival school and didn't tell her, because I didn't understand how that would affect their relationship, that he's in the rival school's musical. I mean, sure, he could have told, but even if he did tell, then what would make the difference? I mean, I guess he could tell secrets about what's going down in your musical to his school, but he seemed to really like her. His name is Howie, I think. I didn't put him in here because there's something much to really say about him, but he seemed to really like her. I was very confused as to why she felt what she felt when it came to him not saying what school he went to, because I was just like, does it really matter? You guys seem to like each other a lot. We got to see kind of how she was without Nene present, because Nene was at a different school for like 4 episodes, so it was nice to see her in her own little element, shining, having to see her dynamics with the other characters besides Nene. I personally hope we see more of her next season, maybe as the main character of the next musical. Well, no, the next musical might not be until season 4, because next season is all about the summer or whatever. So, whatever. We're just gonna have to see, guys. Next character we have is Gina, my girl as well. Yeah, Gina, one of my favorite characters. Everything that she went through this season, undeserved. She's stressed throughout the whole entire season. These guys have her stressed. I felt bad for her throughout the whole entire season because she didn't deserve any of it. These guys are all stupid. But she had a crush on Ricky. Yeah, I called that back in season 1, because we can never just have, you know, hetero friendships in Disney shows. Everything has to be a best friends to lovers. No, they would have worked well as just friends. And now we see that doesn't even work out anymore either. So she was willing to leave the school because of how he treated her. Also because she didn't feel the need to stay because of the way Carlos treated her as well, because everyone is apparently not on her side. And then the whole Ashlynn thing happened. It was a lot. It was just a lot. It really stressed me out for her, because all these people are kind of acting weird. Like everyone's acting a little strange. Everyone is doing a lot towards Gina. it made me angry. She told Ricky at the end of season 1, I didn't know this, I was kind of surprised that they did this. After season 1, the scene where Ricky and Nene got back together and kissed and yada yada yada, Gina came in after Nene left and said that she wouldn't quit on them if she wasn't moving away. So that kind of changes the game a little, you know, because now Ricky apparently knew that she had feelings for him. I was on the edge of my seat. I didn't expect that to, and they haven't mentioned it. They haven't brought it up again since. I don't know if that's going to come back. I doubt it because now she's with EJ, but also it would bring a lot of drama if people knew about it. Just saying. Because I think the only person that knows of her feelings for Ricky is Ashlynn. I'm not saying I want mess for my girl Gina, but if they brought that back for season 3 after everything that happened between Ricky, Nene, and now EJ and her together, I feel like bringing it back in season 3 as a little callback will bring a lot of mess, and I would love to see it. Regarding her relationships, just a flop after flop after flop, and then EJ comes around, just going in circles throughout the whole entire season when it comes to her and her feelings, because she's just trying to protect herself. I get it, but also EJ makes it really obvious that he's kind of whipped for her the whole entire show. So I was just like, just get it over with, just get together already. I think that's what happened at the end of the episode, because she ran into his arms, kissing him. I think it cut to black, which pissed me off, but figures, right? I think she started liking EJ in the quinceañero episode, because I was like, where are these feelings coming from? Because she didn't feel this way at all throughout half of the season, but then that quinceañero episode when he asked her how she was doing because no one else cared, like that's how low the bar was. Like he literally asked her how she was doing, and then like heart eyes appeared. But whatever, as long as she's happy, I do not care. Ricky though can go to hell for how he treated Gina in this season. There's a special place for him down under, because it makes no sense the way that he treated her. Let's get to Ricky right now. So throughout the whole entire season, pissing me off like time and time again, it was just a mess with Ricky. You want to root for the kid, but then he does something like unreasonable, like unnecessary. Ricky has the tendency, and I noticed this in season 1, to be very clingy with Nene specifically. So this season it was unbearable. Like I'm talking like a new level. Like it was ridiculous. He expected her to come at his beck and call whenever he wanted. It was getting ridiculous. I was like, she has a life, you know, because after she came back from the academy to go to school back at East High, he was expecting her to come for him like every time he called her, every time he wanted to go on a date. And I was like, my dude, she's really not focused right now on you. Like she has other things to worry about. He wanted her to write a duet for the play instead of a solo because he wanted them to shine as a couple. And this makes me curious because we didn't get to see them in a relationship in season 1 because the whole entire season they were broke up. Now I'm curious as to how they were previously. Like how was Ricky in a relationship before they broke up in season 1? Because this is concerning, because when Nene was away at the academy school that she went to, I don't think he was like this, but then again it was long distance, so it's a totally different ball game. Once she got back to East High, he was doing a lot of unnecessary shit. And then not only that, he kept on going to Gina with his problems with Nene. I mean, obviously he doesn't have his parents, because where are they? Nowhere. His friends, he has other friends in the group, but for some reason Gina is the go-to person for some reason. So I was already annoyed. But then when they showed that flashback of her confessing her feelings for him in season 1, I was like, okay, so he's doing this knowing that she has feelings for him. Kind of a heartless prick. Like I said, Gina, my girl. So if you cross her, you're dead to me. Ricky, I don't understand why you keep on going to Gina with your feelings for Nene and asking for relationship advice when you know that she has feelings for you. What's not clicking? The brain cells aren't clicking. Obviously you have these problems with Nene. You feel the need to share them with Gina over and over again instead of your girlfriend who literally asks you day in and day out, if you have problems, you can come to me with them. That's what she said. That's what Nene said kind of throughout the whole entire part of the show where they were in a relationship. She was like, if you have problems, please talk to me about them, okay? But no, you go to Gina. So what's really going on? And then he'd never apologized or anything. The way that he treated Nene and Gina pissed me off throughout the show, because it was like something flipped in his head. It was weird. He deleted a comment from Nene's music account where artists asked her to collaborate because I don't know. Was it because he was jealous? I really have no idea why he did that. It was getting weird. His relationship with Nene was getting weird. I'm glad that they broke it off. I'm glad, because he noticed the person he was becoming with Nene. Nene noticed the person everyone else noticed the person he was becoming as well. It was getting out of hand. I'm glad that he ended it in that little treehouse scene. I want them to be together, but I think they need time to figure out themselves, because they kind of got right back into that relationship after the whole thing with Ricky's parents happened and Nene going to the new school trying to find herself. They got back together really kind of quickly in the like grand scheme of things. I need them to figure out who they are apart and then like come back together later on. But now that might not be going to happen because he wants to go get with Lily of all people. Ricky, please, please. Where's Benjamin? I need him to talk some sense into Ricky, because the decisions he's decided to make throughout the whole entire season, knowing that they're not smart decisions, pissing me off. What's up with the self-sabotage? What's going on? I will say though, I appreciate him calling out his mother in this season when he went to her place in Chicago over spring break. I thought him calling out his mother for the shit that she pulled last season, excellent. It was a great part of his character development, having that conversation with his mom and understanding where she's coming from, how she could be a better parent. I want him to kind of do that with his dad, because I kid you not, the only time we really saw his dad with him was in episode 1. And then the next time we see his dad throughout the show is just with Miss Jen. Like, his dad is literally not there. His mom is not there. He has no one to really guide him and help him with things. The household is kind of broken. I still want to root for him. I just need him to get his shit together. That's all I'm asking. I don't care how long it takes. Take as long as he needs, honestly, because I don't need Nene and him to get back together and he pulls this shit again. It was stressing me out. It was irritating me. No more, Ricky. No more. Get help from someone. Not Gina. I don't advise Gina. Talk to Big Red. He's your friend. It's funny how you talk to everyone else but Big Red half the time. That's weird, strange, but whatever. Talk to someone. I just want him to like get better and know that he has people around to talk to, because it seemed like he was bottling his feelings up throughout the whole entire show, especially after he broke up with Nene the second time. He just has a lot of issues that he needs to work out, and I want him to. Like, I see the potential of his character, but he just does these things, these stupid things that just makes me want to throw him against a wall. Again, hoping the best for him. Literally, just stop causing chaos wherever you go. Next, last character, Nene. I didn't notice this last season, but apparently this season a lot of people have opinions on Nene. They have people on Twitter have a hate boner for main characters. I also have a thing for main characters. Either I love them or I hate them. There's no in between. With Nene, I love her because she doesn't do anything. She literally minds her own business half the time and only speaks when spoken to. Like, I'm not even joking. We rarely see her in this season unless it's like to help other characters out or to kind of figure her own self out along the way. Like the past 2 seasons for Nene has basically been discovering herself as a person, and I appreciate that, you know. And even when she got back together with Ricky in this half of the season, which is her trying to figure out her relationship with Ricky, that was also a big part of her character, because her and Ricky were best friends, childhood best friends, all their lives. They've known each other, and they got into a point where she felt like it was they were kind of dependent on each other. And I like how she noticed that and was just like, I need to figure myself out. I need to get myself together. I like that about her character a lot, which is why I feel like all the hate for her is very weird, because she really does nothing. She doesn't bother anyone. I feel like a lot of people are weird when it comes to Nene. Anyway, as for like what she did in the show, let's talk. So she didn't tell anyone except Courtney that she was going to Denver for that school. She didn't tell anyone until like, I think, the day before she left. They're all having a party celebrating the next musical for next semester. Meanwhile, no one knows that she won't even be here next semester. She's literally leaving the morning after. Didn't tell Ricky, didn't tell Ashlynn, didn't tell really anyone except for Courtney. I was like, and that's only because Courtney was the one that set it up. I feel like if Courtney wasn't the one that set up the whole thing with the Denver instructor person last season, she wouldn't have even told Courtney. So I'm glad that everyone was happy for her, including Ricky. Ricky was like, I understand why she didn't tell me, because, you know, the last time she said that she was leaving, I kind of broke up with her, so like, it's understandable. Yeah, but as for the school, she only went there for a few weeks. I counted. She was there up until, I think, after Valentine's Day. She went there mid-January. She was only there for a few weeks, maybe 3 tops. She went back to East High after I think episode 4. The whole entire like plot of the last few episodes of season 1 was her getting into this school, and then when she got in, she left. So I guess, girl, live your life. She wants to be more independent. That was the whole thing this season. She just wanted to be independent and find herself, and Ricky wasn't allowing her to do that. Not in the way that she would have liked. He asked Miss Jen to give her a part in the play, even though she didn't want one, because when she got back, they were already in production, like auditions were over. She felt like getting a part in it wasn't fair to anyone else who actually auditioned, but Ricky did not care. Was frustrated that she couldn't write a song faster, a duet, the duet that she was writing as solo. He was upset that she didn't write it faster for some reason. The Rose song, kind of like a call out to how he's treating her in their relationship. He didn't like the lyrics, but for some reason he didn't tell her straight up. She was like, if you don't like it, you can tell me. And he just held off until like it all blew up in their face. Their relationship was a mess this season. I don't know what was going on there, but I'm glad that she broke away. I'm glad that she's out of it, because Ricky was doing a lot and it wasn't helping her at all by staying with him. She started her own solo career with music. Good for her. I know that the songwriting needs a little bit of help, a little bit of work, but that's what Jamie is for, because like I said, Jamie is gonna have a bigger role next season possibly because of his help with Nini's songwriting. In regards to her relationship with everyone else on the show, it was okay, I guess. Like, I don't know, I didn't really see like her interacting with many people, if I'm being honest. Like, nothing out of the ordinary. The only time where I was like, Nini, what are you doing, is when she was upset with Gina over the whole chocolate thing with Ricky. Everyone knows about it. It's kind of an inside joke, but then as soon as they made the joke in front of her, she was like, why didn't I know this? Why are you getting mad at Gina for it? If anything, you should get mad at Ricky, because Ricky knew about the joke. He was the one you were in a relationship with. He should have told you. He did not. And then she explained that that's why she was mad. But I feel like the way that she was giving Gina attitude, I feel like there's something deeper there. But hey, it's all water under the bridge. Like, they had it all figured out by the end of the season. Thank goodness. I couldn't handle any more drama. I was getting irritated. I personally like Nini. A lot of what she did this past season, I feel like was great for her character. I just want the best for her. Like, I'm glad that she got away from Ricky. Like, I want them to be together, like I said, but she needs to figure her own shit out. And I think the only way she can do that is if she's like not tied to someone as of right now. I'm only wishing the best for her next season. Okay, so now that I got through all the characters, it's time to do a song ranking. I'm only doing the original songs, because if I did the covers of the songs that they did from High School Musical 2 and the ones that they did for their production of Beauty and the Beast, I would be here forever. You guys know how my song rankings go. I'm gonna make this like a little faster because this is gonna take forever. Number 15, Red Means Love. This is the song that Red sang to Ashlynn, I think. Personally, don't like Red's voice. I like Ashlynn's voice. I don't like the song. 14, Even When. This was the song that I think Ricky sang about Nini and their relationship and how he feels about her. I personally think that Joshua Bassett's voice can get a little annoying. The little nasal thing that he does, it's very annoying. To hear that throughout the whole song, I just couldn't. I'm sorry. Next song, In a Heartbeat. Carlos's song that he sang to Seb. I thought it was cute. I like how Ricky was kind of featured on it as the background vocals. I thought it was a cute song. Not high up on my list though. Number 14, Even When / Best Part. This is like the combination of Ricky's song and Nini's song in one, and Nini made that song better. Number 11 is of course Best Part. This is like the version of Nini's song alone without Even When. Personally love the acoustic ukulele thing that Nini does for all her songs. I think it's really cute. I think it spices it up a little bit, and I like her voice a lot. Obviously because it's played by Olivia Rodrigo. You guys know how I feel about her and her music and her voice, and you guys know already. The Perfect Gift, number 10. This is the song that Ricky sang to Nini on the first episode, I think, for their holiday. I think it was for like a Christmas episode or something. I don't remember. I like the acoustics of it. I thought it was really cute. I like the lyrics. Yeah, nothing much to really say. Number 9, Something in the Air. This was the opening song for the season where they're all dancing in the school in their little holiday sweaters and they're having a great time. I like the choreography for it a lot more than the song. I love it. It was very extra, and I appreciate that. Number 8, You Ain't Seen Nothing. This was the song that they sung on spring break after the rival school made a diss about them or something, and it was very corny. I didn't like the song while watching the episode, but then when I listened to the song on its own, I realized it's actually pretty Pretty catchy. Number 7, Around You. This is Miss Jen and Zach's song because they needed a song apparently. When I listened to it on its own, it's very catchy. It's arguably one of the best songs on here. I could possibly put it in top 5, but I'm not gonna give them that. It was nice. It's cute. It's catchy. Did it need to be in the show? No, not really, but it's there. It's kind of good. Like, they kind of ate. Number 6, 1, 2, 3. It's the song that Gina, Ashlynn, and Courtney did for their audition for the musical. My girls killed it. I thought that the lyrics were kind of childish. I was like, Ashlynn, you could have done a little better, because after you write a song like Wondering in season 1, I kind of like expected a little more, but the whole entire like scene for the song, like the choreo, the outfits, ooh, it was everything. So I have to put it at number 6. Number 5, the Rose song, the song that Nene sang for the musical, but it kind of ended up being her own little thing. Beautiful song. It's beautiful, and I think Olivia Rodrigo wrote this song for the show specifically. I said this in my sour ranking. If you guys haven't checked that out, you should. The girl is penning it. It's always penning, no matter what. I think this is probably her best song lyrically, though, just for the symbolism alone. Her being a rose and everything, and her relationship not being centered around her beauty and like for what she is within. It was so good. The song fit the plot of the show, but also the plot of the Rose and Beauty and the Beast so well. Like, she kind of did that. Number 4, A Dancer's Heart. This is Gina's song that she sang for Carlos at his quinceañero. The performance for this was great. Like, my girl can dance. Sophia Wiley, I think that's her name, she can dance her butt off. I hope that she gets more solo songs next season because the girl can sing. I didn't realize it in season 1 because she barely got any singing roles. She was mainly noticed for her dancing. Give her more songs, please. Number 3, we have Granted. This is another Nene song. This is the song that she sang when she got back on the train to her academy and she was leaving Ricky, and she was like, am I taking it for granted, all the stuff that I've been handed, or something like that. It's really catchy. It's like a little cute EDM song. No, it could honestly kind of stand on its own, like outside of the show. Some of these songs can't. This song could. Next song is Let You Go. This is the song that Ricky sang in regards to his relationship with Nene when he was away on spring break. Like I said, Joshua Bassett's voice can get annoying, but like his low register, I hope he sings with that more often because he made one of the best songs on the show. And I don't really know why he doesn't sing with that voice more. It's ranked at number 2 for a reason. When I heard this song, I was like in awe. It's one of the best in the show. First, like, seriously, I'm not even joking. I don't even like Joshua Bassett, but I'm telling you, in order to like help you with your bag, you could put this on a radio. I'm telling you. And number 1, we have Second Chance. This was the final song of the season with Nene, Ricky, EJ, and Gina. They were talking about getting second chances at their opportunities that they've been handed and stuff throughout the past year. For that to be the final song of the season, it was pretty good. I don't really like EJ's singing voice. I don't think the guy can sing all that well, but his voice on this song was pretty nice. When they did the callback to their looks and stuff from season 1, episode 1, I was like, whoa, because it was like, it was a lot. I like the song. It's really good. I kind of wish it was longer though. Like, there's no bridge or anything. I said this before in one of my videos. The best songs are always the shortest for some reason. That's so weird. Now I'm going to talk about things that I liked and disliked. I didn't like how they didn't end up showing Ricky's mask transformation in the last episode, because the mask transformation was kind of the thing. Like, that was the big thing for 2 episodes straight. Like, how is Ricky going to do the mask transformation from beast to human? And then when they had to like improvise and do something else, they didn't show what they did on stage. So I was like, well, then what was the point of that? Lily never got what she deserved for stealing Ricky's harness because no one knows that she stole it. I was like, what's the point of this? I was confused as to why that was the main focus of the last few episodes of the show, Ricky having to do his transformation, but yet when the transformation came, we didn't see how he did that. Next thing I did not like, throwing away the award slip in the end. The Wildcats, they said that they did not care. I get it. Maybe they didn't, but I did, and I wanted to know if they got into the competition, into the show or not. All of this build up throughout the season, I understand they want to be the bigger person, so they don't need it to be great and blah blah blah. I didn't like that all that much. I would rather have seen what they got for the competition, but I understand the moral story, blah blah blah. I get it. Last thing I did not like, everyone was against Gina this season. Everyone kind of got their act together by the end of the season, but I honestly would not have blamed her if she ended up moving back with her mom. by the way everyone was treating her. It was ridiculous. Now on to things that I liked. I like the behind the scenes footage at the end of the season because this was filmed during quarantine, obviously. So they had a lot of behind the scenes stuff of them wearing masks and stuff. And then they did the little song from High School Musical, Music in Me, the song that Troy and Gabriella sang. They did it with the whole entire cast. It was really cute. I liked it a lot. I like that they did Beauty and the Beast for the musical this season instead of like High School Musical 2. I don't think anyone was really expecting Beauty and the Beast. I really thought that they were gonna pull like High School Musical 2 and just do it. I honestly wouldn't mind if they did that next season, but since it's a summer season, I highly doubt that they would. Last thing I liked how everyone got their moment to shine plot-wise this season. And don't get me wrong, some characters' plot had more substance than others, but overall, everyone kind of had their part to play, had a plot overall, had an episode focused on them and their problems. It was nice because last season it was just like the Ricky and Nene show, and not that I really had a problem with that because they were like the center of it all. I liked how everyone got their time to shine. It was nice. Yeah, that's it, guys. I am officially done. This was a long video, my goodness. If you enjoyed it, thank you. Watch this season of High School Musical, the musical, the series, if you have not already. Watch the show in general if you haven't already. It's very good. I know everyone probably thinks it's really corny, and it is, but if you like Glee, you'd like this show. It's not messier than Glee. I don't think that's possible, but it is messy. And it's very entertaining. If you like to follow me on my social media, here it is. I interact most on Twitter, but if you like to follow me on all my other social medias, to be nice, they will be linked in the description below. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye everyone.